Okay, today we're going to look at quadratic inequalities. Now, let's just think of something really simple. If we have x squared less than or equal to 9, this looks pretty simple to solve. We would just square root it. X would have to be less than or equal to 3. Now, the problem is if we have x that is far into the negative of the number line. Let's have a wee look at what I mean here. So this is 0, here's 3, so this is less than 3, here's minus 3, minus 3 squared equals 9, that holds true. What about minus 4? Minus 4 is still less than 3. Every number that goes down here on the number line is less than 3, but minus 4 squared equals 16. This violates our original inequality, x squared less than or equal to 9. So for x equals to minus 4, we've broken our inequality. So when we're doing quadratic inequalities, we need to be mindful of this. Let's have a look at an example. So let's consider x squared less than 16. So what is x that would satisfy this inequality? So the square root of 16 would be 4. But the same thing applies if we have minus 5. Minus 5 squared is 25, so we have to put a limit on it. So minus 4 is less than or equal to x is less than equal to plus 4. Now, we're going to illustrate this on the number line. So we've got our number line, 0, doing 2's, 4, minus 2, minus 4. And then remember, we mark on the number line all the numbers for which our inequality holds true. And because x can be 4, we colour these bits in. These are not open. There we go. Let's try a simple quadratic equation. So let's think x squared plus 3 is greater than 12. So let's solve this inequality. So x squared, let's take 3 away from both sides. X squared is going to be greater than 9. So x must be greater than 3. Now the same, we need to think of the negative numbers. If x was, say we had x minus 4, minus 4 squared is plus 16. So that means our inequality would be true. So we need to consider the negative. So x can be greater than 3, but x can also be less than minus 3. So we draw this on the number line, 0, 2, 4, minus 2, minus 4. So x is greater than 3, so 3 is about here. Now it can't be 3, so we don't colour this bit in, and then all those numbers. And again, x can't be minus 3, so it's not coloured in, and it goes all the way down that way, continuing. If you're confused as to what to do with the negative numbers, try some examples. Just put, for example here, you could put minus 4 in and see if the inequality holds true. Does it hold true for minus 2? And by doing that, by trying some numbers, you better understand what's happening with the algebra and the what's true and what's not true for this inequality. Hope that helps.